And the fourth and final aspect of self-care has to do with relationships. And maybe you're thinking, what does relationships have to do with my self-care? But it does. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you have conflict with someone? Do you feel at rest? Do you feel relaxed? Or do you feel tense? And are you thinking about the situation? Are you rethinking things that you've said, things that they've said? Living like that is just really tough. And so make sure that you're analyzing yourself and your relationships with this kind of self-care checkup. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of others. Philippians chapter 2, verses 3 through 4. So be humble. Put the needs of others first. Bless others around you. Always look for ways that you can bless someone. And I've talked about this so many times on the channel, but even if it's a compliment or if it's, buying them lunch or, whatever it is, a coffee, people appreciate, little things like that. So try to bless others as much as you can. Be the kind of friend you want to have. Don't be, it's very biblical that what you sow is what you reap. And so if you want a nice friend and a kind friend, then you should also be that kind of friend. You should act in the way that you want to attract. Be the kind of friend that you want to have. Keep your word. Be there for others. So if you, get invited to something and you say you'll go, then go. Of course things happen and extenuating circumstances happen, but don't agree to do something and then just not go because you don't want to, because that's not keeping your word. Also, which is equally important, don't make commitments that you can't keep. I had friends back, when I was a lot younger, in my early 20s and even I think teenage years. I would have friends that would go out to places that I didn't want to go. And, they would always ask me to go and I just say, I'm sorry, but I'm not, I don't want to go there. But I'm more than willing to hang out with you at your house, or, we can do this. And so even though I was constantly turning them down to go where they were going, it's just because it didn't line up with my morals. So don't make commitments that you can't keep. Even if someone gets upset with you because you're not going to a place that they want you to go, that's kind of silly and a little immature as well. But if there's somewhere like a bar or whatever, and I'm not saying anything against bars, I'm just giving an example, but if there's somewhere that you don't feel comfortable going, then don't go. Don't make that commitment. Don't say that you'll be there and then not show up. Just don't make the commitment at all. Or if you're super busy and you don't have time to do something, tell the person, I can't do that right now, although I would love to hang out with you. Are you free on this date? Because I have a lot more time that I can spend with you that day. I think people would appreciate that more than you saying that you'll go and then canceling on them. On the flip side, don't be overly selfish with your time. That stems back to being a blessing. So if you're always just, spending time alone or at home or whatever, make time for the people around you that you love. That's so important for friends and family. Make time to go see them and spend time with them. Fools make fun of guilt, but the godly acknowledge it and seek reconciliation. So apologize. This is biblical. This is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 9, and this is in the New Living Translation. But it's saying that people who are fools, so if you're unwise, you don't forgive people. You make fun of guilt. So I think of that as in, if someone has done something wrong, you kind of keep it going. But the godly acknowledge it and seek reconciliation. So if you have an issue with someone, figure it out. Talk to them about it. Don't start an argument and don't hold grudges, but just patch it up, apologize, even if you don't think that you did anything wrong. It just helps to keep the peace and, move on. So forgive, move on, and let things go. Continue to have good intentions with others, even if they don't have good intentions with you. And that's something that I've definitely had to learn personally as time has gone on over the years. I used to just not talk to someone if I didn't think that they had any good intentions with me, or if they hurt me, I would just, be just as mean to them and treat them badly. But, even if someone is not having good intentions for you, even if they're thinking bad about you or talking bad about you, that's okay. You don't have to deliver that same behavior negative behavior, you can reciprocate it with love and, put out those, I hate to say good vibes because I feel like that's so cliche, but put out positivity, and sow that. Don't be easily offended. And that's a big one, especially in today's society. Oh my goodness. I feel like people today are so easily offended. So please just let the little things go. Not everything that everyone says is meant to hurt you. And, most of the time you're taking it in a way that's offending yourself. So be very careful of offense. And don't forget, everybody needs somebody. We were not built to live this life alone and to be lonely. So don't isolate yourself, and also reach out to a friend and nourish those friendships that you have. If you have a good friend in your life, nourish that. That is so hard to find. So if you have that, cherish it, nourish it, put time into that relationship. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.